would you believe? You remember that show Get Smart with Don Adams? Would you believe that the U.S. government has given $3.7 million to the Wuhan laboratory, which conducted bioweapons research where the virus was released, and $3.7 million was given, including not just the mainstay during the Obama administration, but $700,000 during the Trump administration. Now, ask yourself this question. Why is the United States subsidizing China when China is actually richer than the United States is at this time? Why is the United States subsidizing China when China is controlled by a communist Politburo and a communist president? Why is the United States giving $3.7 million when China has destroyed the world in terms of its economy and the health? And this thing's going to go on for many years. And then ask yourself this question. When, in our lifetimes or anybody's lifetime, has there been a worldwide pandemic? Someone with an IQ of 10, repeat that, 10, could come to the conclusion that this is a bioweapon, it was engineered, and it's destroying the world. And then ask yourself this question. Why is the president being so weak with regard to China? Is it because the Trump organization has huge loans that are now due to be paid back? Or is it because his administration gave $700,000 to that lab as well? Now, look, I like the president, and in my personal capacity, I'm going to vote for him. There's no choice. What do you want? Joe Biden and Michelle Obama? But the reality is this. The president has a lot of issues here, and the people are getting restless. In Virginia, they say that the lockdown is going to take 2 years to come out. Same thing in every other state. We're going to have a lot of civil unrest, civil disobedience, and probably we're going to have violence. I pray that we do not, because people feel like they've been betrayed by their own government now. $3.7 million, Anthony Fauci of the National Institute of Health, you approved during the Obama administration and apparently during the Trump administration to finance a pandemic which is destroying the world and destroying this country. It's an outrage. Now, who is it but Freedom Watch and Larry Klayman that actually have done anything to fight back? We have our class action lawsuit in Dallas, Texas. I have one as well in Jerusalem, Israel. That's going to move even faster. We already have at least 4 experts lined up that will say this is a bioweapon. And we have whistleblowers that know it from inside, from various agencies of different governments. We've got them dead to rights, no pun intended, because we're the ones that are dead to rights. And we've got our criminal case in The Hague. So, President Trump, I don't want any more lip service. I don't want any more briefings every day. I want action here. I want you to join Freedom Watch in these cases and order your Attorney General, frankly, who's a coward, hiding under his desk with a mask probably, never indicted Comey, never invited McCabe, never indicted the Lovebirds, never invited Rosenstein, never indicted the Obamas, Clintons, or the intelligence czars Brennan and Clapper. What a joke, a bad joke. Do we have a government or don't we have a government? No, we don't have a government. The government represents itself, which is a bunch of people in Washington, D.C., of both political parties, stuffing money into their pocket, profiting hands over fist. And these senators, they haven't even showed up in Washington, D.C. They're in hiding in their home state, as well as House of Representatives. That's what we've got right now. The president's hanging by a thread. And it's why I've said, don't pardon Roger Stone. You can read all about it. You don't pardon somebody who committed perjury, 5 different counts, convicted, witness tampered, threatened witnesses, and obstructed justice. You know, if you're going to have any respect for the law, and you claim that you were maligned with regard to the investigations, the witch hunts against you and the impeachment, you can't be pardoning people who lied under oath. Stone didn't present one witness, didn't present any real documentary evidence, didn't testify himself, didn't ask for a change of venue. Now he claims a prejudiced jury in D.C. Well, they're all liberal in D.C. Why didn't he ask for a change of venue? And why didn't they do adequate research into the jurors? I sat there during that trial. I know what went on. I was there for Dr. Corsi. Stone had defamed Corsi. He had defamed me. And you can read all about it at larryclayman.com. Go watch his deposition over there and see how he uses profanity, how he smears me, defames me, has put people up to file stuff against me. This is an unbelievable situation. So you couple that with the president's inaction on China, and he better be very careful about who he's granting pardons to, because Stone's not the right person. Now, this is the thing that really gets under my skin. I wrote a column last week on WorldNet Daily. You can see it at freedomwatchusa.org. People who do nothing but sit on a couch and want to be critical. Not most people, not most of the readers of WorldNet Daily, who were very righteous, good people who believe in telling the truth, who believe in the rule of law. But there were some clowns that were on there that were attacking me because I said Stone shouldn't get a pardon. And Stone claims he found God. And then next day he goes to a strip club. I don't think God hangs around strip clubs by and large. But this is the thing that really galls me, is that people who don't know anything, don't know what went on in that trial, don't know that there were no witnesses presented for Stone, didn't testify himself, no real documentary evidence. He was convicted on his own words and emails. And those people who complained that the president was persecuted because of lies, Fusion GPS, in the Steele dossier, and phony warrants that were issued that were fraudulent, that contained falsities, under oath, affidavits, under oath. I think it's okay. It's not okay. Because if the conservative movement, these people aren't even conservatives, okay, they're clowns. The conservative movement is going to seek to hold the left accountable, then we have to keep our own house in order. And this is the problem, and it's why the president is in trouble. It's why Michelle Obama, who's a racist in her own right, if she becomes president, this country will be destroyed. And the president now is not serving the interests of the American people to the extent that he should. And I say that in a loving way because he's got to snap out of it. Remember that movie Moonstruck, where Cher hits Nicolas Cage, who fell in love with him? She wasn't in love with him at that time, and says, snap out of it. President needs to snap out of it and join Freedom Watch in our class action lawsuits and our criminal complaint in The Hague, and take real action with regard to China, and forget about the loans that you have to pay back to China. Forget about the $700,000 that your administration gave on top of $3 million of Obama to that lab in Wuhan, China, and do what needs to be done. That's my message today. I call it like I see it. I don't couch things for political purposes or fundraising purposes. Yes, we do need tax-deductible contributions because we need lawyers more. We've already got over 2,000 plaintiffs in our class action. We have that criminal case in The Hague. We've got the case in Israel. We're going to have cases in other countries. This is a worldwide pandemic. Again, when in your lifetime have you ever seen anything like this? Short of a nuclear war, this is unbelievable and destructive. And our president's sitting up there playing patty cakes with China. So join freedomwatchusa.org. Support our class action lawsuit. Join it and support our other actions with regard to the coronavirus. You don't have a Justice Department. You only have Freedom Watch and yours truly. So go to freedomwatchusa.org. Support us with tax-deductible contributions. Sign up for our class action and share this podcast. I tell the truth. I don't hold anything back. Right now, I'm really upset. I'm really angry. $3.7 million to a Chinese lab. American money, your money, taxpayer money. Unbelievable. Both administrations turning the money over, Obama and Trump. So go to freedomwatchusa.org. Sign up for our cause. Please share this podcast. You can find it at freedomwatchusa.org on Spotify, on iTunes, on Facebook, on Roku, on Amazon Fire. You can find it on our website. Share it. Get the word out. People need to know the truth. We don't need couch potatoes sitting there, taking shots at people and they doing nothing. These people are a bunch of losers. You're a winner. You are the superheroes. That's why you need to join Freedom Watch's Justice League. God bless you. God bless your family. Stay safe. God bless me and my family and everyone throughout the world who's been subjected to this criminal conduct by communist Chinese. Not the Chinese people. Like I said, they're good people, particularly Chinese Americans and Asian Americans, 30% of which are part of our class action. But share this because it's time for the truth. It's not time for the BS that you hear on Fox News. It's not time for the BS you hear on CNN or MSNBC. It's time for the truth, and we need to take action. I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of our podcast, and listen to our weekly radio show and get the word out. You are the Paul Revere's. You are the Clarion Call. God bless you, and thank you for listening to me.